And so if people are watching or listening and they can maybe be aware that their survival brain is stopping them from living the rest of their life. They're stopping the fulfillment. And all it really wants is for you to procreate before you get to the grave. That's it. And then when in fact, if you want to live this amazing, fulfilling life, if you want to move humanity forward, move even your future generations forward, and then you have to realize that you both have two separate interests. And so to be aware of one is the only way to get to the other. And then it's like, okay, what are the tools to do that? And then I guess there are many, many tools.
Yeah, I think first of all, like I said, awareness is the first thing, isn't it? And at the end of the day, so many people don't know they're in prison because they can't see the chains. You know, and this is the thing, it's just the fact that they've got to understand that stress is the biggest killer, right? Whatever the disease is, about 90% of hospital visits or doctor's visits are stress related. So really, it's understanding the triggers of stress and everything else. I always come up with this story, this analogy, right? And that is, you imagine, we've all seen the shows, the wildlife shows. You've got this gazelle, and it's having a nice drink in the Serengeti. It's chewing on the grass, having a great old time, beautiful hot summer's day. There's a lion approaching in the undergrowth. And then all of a sudden the gazelle gets a sniff, and the gazelle is Mach 10 up the hill. The lion starts racing after it and then drifts off because he's run out of energy. Now the gazelle is not at the top of that mountain going, I can't believe he's just done that. I've chipped a hoof, and starts, that gazelle is back there chewing the grass, having a drink. It's learned how to use that stress response, bang up when it's needed, bang down when it's needed. And this is a lot as well when it comes to our special forces training. They taught us that, this is how we were trained. But the thing is, the way humanity is we are triggered exactly the same way in modern society as we were back in those primal days. And we can't let it go. And when you can't let it go, you've got one thing, your boss, your co-worker, your kids, your wife, whatever it is, switches on that stress, or comment on Instagram, and before you know it, you're up here. Then you listen to the news, you turn your phone on in the morning. Before you know it, you are constantly on this state of stress. And the next thing, you're starting to breathe shallow. You've got this cortisol response firing up, which means you're in fight or flight mode constantly. So you're constantly in this survival mode. And there's two things, right? And you'll agree with me, I know on this. Two things that will get your attention regardless of what you're doing. And that's sex and death. Sex and death. And what's the media all about? Sex and death. And a few bits thrown in there to distract you from it's just sex and death. So
what the London Real Investment Club actually does for you, it gives you the keys to open that door to the inside deals. In the last 3 weeks, I've participated in 3 incredible deals: a layer 2 Bitcoin protocol, an incredible AI protocol. The deal flow is beyond what I expected. I don't think I've ever seen a model like this that just gives average folks the opportunity to be behind the deals. And that's exactly what we've done. Not only that, you get to hang out with Brian Rose every week. And for me, that was huge, because I look at Brian as somebody who's not only an expert in the space, and I think is on the leading edge, but just the leading edge of thought with London Real and the work he's doing there. To anyone who's taking a serious look at this, I know it's a big decision. It was a big decision for me and my family, and it is one of the best decisions I've ever made. So I wish you all the best, and hope you come join us.
At the end of the day, if you're actually in that survival mechanism, that survival stress state all the time, then all of a sudden you see something that could threaten you, bang, you're straight onto that. And that's why you get the shocking headlines and this, that, and the other and everything else. And, if you're constantly belt fed, you talked about tools before, one thing I'd certainly say to everyone is switch off the news app. Don't allow that to be the first thing you see as soon as you wake up in the morning. That 30 seconds is absolutely imperative. You imagine when you wake up as well, when it comes to your survival instinct, you've been asleep for 8 hours, say. You wake up, you get a boost of cortisol straight away. And the mind wants you to remember everything that threatened your life the day before.
Right.
We haven't got the threats as much anymore, per se, but we have got all the problems. Your mind is addicted to problems. And this is why we've got it. We've just lost our way, when it comes to things like goals. The subconscious mind is a goal-striving, goal-getting machine that stops at nothing till it gets what your dominant thoughts focus on. Now, if that's predominantly negative, which it is 60 to 80,000 thoughts a day, predominantly negative, If you've got no control over that, then you are just going to be driven to every single problem, and you're walking around in a state of stress. You can never create because you're in that survival mechanism. You don't want to upset the status quo. And look at the UK now. It's so frustrating because everyone is just happy with average. You know, as long as I'm doing okay, as long as I'm just doing average, that's brilliant. And life is not about that.
That's weird that you put that right in at the end. Is that related to the fact that people are getting stressed all the time? Average?
The average. I just find that people, I think it's a byproduct of being in that survival mechanism, because you imagine someone that is a...
Right, because that's a break. Average is a break from survival.
Well, the thing is, no, average is survival, because you don't take any risks whatsoever. Okay. If you're trapped on an island, you could be on this side of the island, the ship's crashed, you've made your way to the island, over the mountain there could be a habitation, there could be a village, anything, but you won't go up the mountain because that could risk your life even further. It could threaten you even more. So you keep control of this little area around you. Do not step out of it. And that's exactly how people are. You know, they don't want to upset the status quo. Just get your job and allow that just to pay you enough to get by and pay your bills and everything else. We live in and then people are just a slave to the system. You know, and I've been there. We've all been there.
Hey, I know investing in crypto is scary. It takes a real leap of faith because there are so many scams, rug pulls, and bad actors out there. It's a dangerous business, which is why 95% of people lose all their money. Well, that's why I created the London Real Investment Club, so you can access the hottest deals on the planet and use the crypto bull market to create the generational wealth that you deserve. Join my team of over 100 people from around the world that are making millions of dollars behind the scenes investing in blockchain, AI, Web3 games, DeFi, Bitcoin, and more. Don't miss out. Click the link below to book a call with one of my team now. But hurry, this bull market will end soon.
I know investing crypto can be scary. That's why you gotta join the investment club. Pull the trigger. Let's do this.